Here we're working with a bit of higher distraction. We have 2 dogs in kennels, and they will probably start making some lovely noise for us here in a minute. Yep, there we go. Sit. Boy. Get back. Good boy, good boy. Come. Kennel. Boy. Go ahead. Good boy, good boy. You're gonna want to always toss a high value treat in the pen when you put him away. There's just really no reason not to. It builds value of the crate. Kennel. Good boy. Now before you release him, go ahead. Kennel. Good boy, good boy. Now never leave him in the kennel alone with a prong collar on, or any collar for that matter. It's just safer not to. You want him to remain seated while you place his food on the ground. Go ahead. Release him with the go ahead command and then let him eat. And again, do not leave him with a prong collar or any collar on when he is unattended in the kennel. Sit. Good boy. Boy. Max. Get back. Good boy. Good boy. Down. Stay. Come. Good boy. Good boy. What I've done is I've increased the value of coming to me over the value of going to the other dogs. Get back. Get back. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Here I have an example of a prong collar. This is a common training collar, and this is how we are going to use it properly as well. It is sized to fit your dog. If any weight fluctuation happens, make sure it remains tight around the dog's neck, just tight enough so that it doesn't slip down when you're on a walk, but loose enough where it's not making contact continually. As you can see, he's excited about it because he knows this means we're about to do some fun stuff. Anytime you see a dog when a training aid is pulled out and the dog runs away, that training aid has been used improperly. That gives a lot of training aids a really bad name, and I just really cannot stand trainers that cause that to happen. But you simply make sure that the chain is straight, not twisted, because that's going to affect sizing and it's going to affect corrections. And you simply slip one end into the other one, like this. Max, come. Sit. Boy. Make sure when you're working with recall, at least for the first several months, you always have a little something. Doesn't have to be much. A tiny piece of kibble, a very, very small piece of chicken or meat is just fine. He really loves any kind of kibble, particularly high quality kibble. If you get him a bag of high quality kibble just as treats, he will love you forever for it. Come on. What I'm going to be talking to you about now is proper prong collar training. So you see here I have the prong, it's high and tight on the neck. Before every walk you're going to want to readjust it and make sure it is right here on the neck. If it's slipping down, then you're going to need to remove one of the links, and you can either bring the collar back and I'll do it for you real quick, or you can do it yourself. If ever you're uncomfortable, you can send me a photo of how it's fitting and I'll let you know. If he gains weight, you might need a link added. Come on. Boy. Sit. Good boy. If you're wanting to get his attention, this is the command that you're going to use. I'm going to wait for him to look away for a moment, then I'll issue the command. you are going to want to issue a small collar correction, because that means he is just not even in a mindset to have even heard the command you have given. You're going to want your leash length to be about a foot. You do not want him out in front of you. If he wants to fall a little behind towards the side, that's fine. If he gets tired, that's fine. No crossing from side to side. He's been trained working on the left side. It's the most common side. You are probably going to want to continue with that until you're just comfortable. Then if you want to train him on the other side, that's perfectly fine. Down. Down. Not want any sniffing. Nose to the ground and head is to the clouds. Sit. You want to reward every bit of eye contact that he gives you. All of it. But I'm not meaning give him a big chunk of treat. I mean give him just a little lick. Dogs value multiple tiny gibbles of treat more so than this whole hunk of meat. Leave it. Boy. So if he sniffs, give him a correction. Make sure he has gone to the bathroom prior to a walk so that it's not just him trying to sniff to go to the bathroom. You want him to match your speed when you walk. Even if you walk really slowly, you still want him to be matching your speed. Come on. When you turn, he turns, and he does not step in front of you. Down. Good boy. Stay. Notice how he maintains focus on me. Come. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. What this clicker is just a uniform way for me to say you did a good job. Because we don't want to get too overexcited every time our dog does a little something right. But we want to be rewarding our dog every time they do a little something right. And how we do that without overexciting them is we use a clicking noise. We keep our mouths shut and we click. They hear the click. So if it's a recall, like your dog's coming to you from a long way away, sure, when your dog gets there, make a huge deal out of it. But for things like just simple focus or simple sitting down, you're going to want to be treating them, but you don't want them to get overexcited when they're already calm. So with prong collar training, what we want to do with every new dog, which he's already very good at this, so it's going to be a little difficult for me to give you an example of this. I'm going to try. So what we do, a lot of trainers just go and they slap the prong collar on the dog, and they go on about their walk. Sure, you can get a dog to stop pulling that way, but you cannot teach a dog. That can create things like aggression, fear, sensitivities, reactivity, because your dog feels trapped. So what we do is we're teaching them to respond to this. We are not forcing the dog to do anything. We are getting their attention and then allowing them to turn the pressure off when they want to. So when you walk with him, you want the leash to be loose. Come on. Come on. So if he gets a little out ahead of you, I'm trying to make him mess up here. You're just going to issue a very slight correction. Come on. Sit. But the leash correction should be like this. Never like this. Never like this. Very quick and sharp. You're going to want to imitate the speed of a dominant dog saying, hey, no, don't do that. It's a very natural feeling for them, and you do it very gently. He responds to a very gentle correction. Notice the really small tugs I'm making on the collar. Very, very small, even really hard to pick up with your eyes. What I'm doing is I'm actually cueing him on what I'm about to do next. So if I see him going a little ahead, and I know I'm about to slow down, I'm giving him a little command that's not even large enough to be a correction. It's just a command to tell him, hey, match my speed, or hey, we're turning. He's very, very sensitive and very good at this. They always always love dogs that are just very receptive to this form of steering because it makes things very easy for you in the long run. Come on. Good boy. Shake. Good boy. Place. What we're working on now is the place command. What this is just a command to tell your dog to go lay down in their spot. I used a white towel for this because it makes transition from me to you a lot easier because pretty much everyone has a white towel. If not, it's very easy to order one. What this is it's something for you to use when you're watching TV, while you're cooking dinner. Continue to reinforce this at home. Manners go, he is to sit and wait for food when you place it down. If his bottom is not on the ground, lift the food back up. He does not get the food yet. He needs to respect you and wait and not rush the food bowl. He is to not go out of doors in front of you. He's to go not upstairs in front of you. So behind you through doors, behind you upstairs. Make sure he's not pushing you out of the way. He's not to bail out of cars. He's been doing a great controlled load and unload, which means he sits before I tell him to go ahead, and he sits before I tell him to go ahead to exit as well. So we never ever want a dog that bails in and out of cars. It's dangerous. He's been doing fantastic with that. An added note is I did use a vibration collar with him. He was very receptive to it. It just helps to refine commands from a distance. I do highly recommend only one brand of e-collar because it just simply feels like a less harsh vibration. However, he was fairly uncaring to it at the low level, so I just went ahead and used the vibration. Additionally, it's not something I really like to get a dog too used to without an e-collar camp. I train them on it the same way that I do the prong collar, and it is something for you to look into if you are having issues in the house. I do recommend that the dog stay on a leash, and I'll write more about that in his review. For him to stay on a leash for at least the first couple of weeks while he is with you. This is going to ease the transition from me to you and keep him in a listening mood. Again, just for the next few days. Just ease up on the baby talk and I love yous, and I know that's so hard. That's very hard, but you need him to respect you, and you need for this training to stick. So look at it this way. This is 3 days of you not having fun for the rest of his life, him listening to you, being compliant and relaxed. That's the big thing. He's going to be relaxed if he trusts you. In order to trust you, you have to prove that you are a good leader for him. With trust comes no destruction, no drooling in the kennel. He also has not done that at all anymore. No more drooling whatsoever, with the exception of once he's hot after we've walked for about 6 miles. He drools a little bit, but in the kennel, no drooling. He does still bark some. Again, I had 100% success with a vibration collar with his barking and me telling him to quiet and then issuing the vibration. 100% success rate. He would go and lay down. I told him to go to bed, and he went into his crate and lay down and went to sleep.